Success. Tonight we'll be talking to the icon, Kelly. Ms. Rahi. Let's find Kelly. This should be absolutely amazing. Ah! She pops right up. Hello, darling.
You know, I'm a professional, love. Okay? We're having a conversation. You need to be on time to have a conversation with a girl like me.
So I'm the talent. So as the talent,
No, you're the host.
I'm
I'm
always
the talent. The host should be on time for the talent, love.
welcome to the Keys to Success, Kelly. I can't even tell you how excited I am to talk to you. First of all, to everyone listening, Kelly deserves a public apology for our previously scheduled chat, which I left my phone in an Uber, which could be honestly maybe looked at as sabotage usually because I don't use my phone, but Kelly was texting me and I somehow left it. However, we're here. So Kelly, to you and your team of you and you, I would like to publicly apologize for our last, you damn right, it's supposed to be good. But I want to apologize for us missing. Welcome. You are a girl that literally you own live, you own the airwaves. I'm very new to this, but I could not wait to have a conversation with you. Everybody I literally reach out to and I ask, they always tell me a list of things that they don't want to talk about. I asked you and you said, girl, run the live and get it going. So honestly, the only conversation, like in the start of the conversation, well, first, Kelly, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm great in yourself. Who am I talking with? Is this Kiki Success with...
No, the keys to success. The keys.
Oh, the keys.
The keys to success.
Oh, I thought it was the key to success.
Well, it depends on how this goes. But like, you know, for right now, we like to drop gems and keys to success. So depending on how this conversation goes, we might add another key to it. But honestly, like I told you before, it's honestly just a conversation. So like I'm more nervous at what you might decide to go. So the only question that I ask every guest that comes on, I ask them, how did we meet?
Oh, Charlie, this late queen, Miss Thing Vogue, and back and on the village and the clubs and things, Miss Thing girl. And then she became girlfriends with my mother, Miss Thing, and they started some house. I think it was called Mittens or something, Miss Thing. I don't
Gloves.
Oh, the gloves. Oh, I thought it was called Mittens or something.
No, nothing like that.
Oh, you know. And then we just became good girlfriends and started keying with each other. And then she started bombarding my aftermaths and things, honey, you know. And then she just became a stickler in the community.
A stickler?
She became a stickler in the community for bombing my aftermaths, this thing, girl, honey. Is Cashmere gonna make her appearance?
So wait, well, you know what? I thought about that when I was doing this. And I said, should Cashmere do this interview or should I do the interview? So first, like honestly, I decided to do it only because Cashmere is she's not a girl that just, you know, she's not a wake on a big girl. But to start this off, who the fuck do you think that you were talking to asking Cashmere her girl name? Bitch.
Well, I was trying to figure out her name, this thing, before I read her feet.
Kelly, you literally, what is Kelly? Your girl that you never answered the question, and everyone to this day, it is an iconic clip. It has run its muck. You know that every time we are in front of a camera, bitch, the numbers go up. So tonight, for these guests, what the fuck is your girl name, young lady?
My girl name is Unique.
And for that, I think we got it, folks. We can cut. Everybody say what's up.
Everybody, well, before we get into this, it's only 67 girls in here. I need everybody to share this live to all of y'all girlfriends.
Can
and
you
get
share
them to come
that? So
over
like,
here.
so wait, tell me. I'm very new to like the platform. Whitney was my first guest, and literally when I had Whitney on, it cut out in like an hour. But I do it on IG. I like the IG platform.
Yeah, you can only do an Instagram live. It's only for an hour.
Okay, yeah. So like we have an
So if we go over an hour, you have to start it over.
Well, I do a commercial break. So that's at 9. But like at 69, so this is my platform. Like, did you tell everybody, or you
I
shared
shared it to the girls. And you do a commercial break?
Yeah, we do a commercial break for sponsors.
Oh, y'all that big that y'all do commercial breaks? Oh, word.
Honestly, so huge. Like so huge. Honestly, it's
and to you bitches in the comments, I don't normally address the help, but after this conversation is over, I'm gonna be going to bed. So why would I waste good makeup on this?
Are you painted right now?
No, it's butter, baby.
Okay, so we'll talk about that later. So Kelly, where are you from?
Well, originally I'm from Harlem, New York.
What part?
From 141st. Well, I was born on 130. My family was living on 139th in Lenox Avenue. Then from there we moved up to 150th to the Dunbar. And then after the Dunbar, I landed in Drew Hamilton Projects. From Drew, I moved to the Bronx and then back to the Polo Grounds.
Where was the when did you come out? I know it's shocking, but some girls might not think you were boycott, like as a female, but like
don't, baby, we can't, baby. It was before a lot of you girls that Kiki and me and Ricky Clips was even born.
Well, yeah, that's what we're asking. That's what we want to know.
90 something.
90.
Nah, 90 something.
So 90 something.
90 something.
So in 90 something. 90 something you was on.
Back when block parties was block parties, and back when balls, we went to the club first. And then
right.
We went home and took a shower, and then winded up at the ball at 6 o'clock in the morning. That's how
we'll say 91. We'll just.
No, I actually came out the end of 95, the beginning of 96.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
So like, how did you find the girls?
So actually it's a funny story.
I bet.
I used to work downtown in the Village in the daytime, so I never knew.
In the daytime?
Yeah, this is. Oh well, I didn't. My twin brother, he died about 26 years ago in a plane crash.
Gotcha.
I love you, brother. You will always be a part of my heart.
He laid the foundation.
So he was in the house and he was listening to the legendary Ray Ray and the legendary Monique Mizrahi.
Mona?
No, Monique. Women's Performance. Kai now.
Oh, okay.
My brother was listening to them have a conversation about this club that they was going to. And they didn't invite my brother to the club. So my brother was a real inquisitive young thing. And he went downstairs to the train station. And we know as Black people, we only partied on the east side. So he heard them say they was going to a club on 28th Street. So he looked at the train map and seen what train went to 28th Street. And it was the 109 train. And he was sitting in front of the clubhouse waiting for them. And they gagged when they pulled up in front of the clubhouse because he was standing in front of the clubhouse.
Did he go inside?
Huh? Oh yeah, he got inside. He was old enough to get inside. He got inside and he sat there and he watched all the big Transformers and Decepticons and witch doctors and everything that they had out. And he did that, and I think he did that for about a good month. And then I remember him telling me, because you know I was a little younger than him. I remember him telling me how he started getting into doing the different things that they were doing and things of that nature and stuff. And he wasn't really good at it. He got chopped for Big Boy's Performance and Big Boy's Face and Big Boy's Runway. And then somebody
Big Boy category is one of y'all like family. That's just
yeah. And then somebody told him he needs to try something else.
Gotcha.
And so then he got a pair of red heels and a black bob and a pair of capris and started walking drag categories. Oh, and he slaved it, bitch. It was everything for him.
What house?
He wasn't in no house. They used to call, you know, it used to call him something else.
It wasn't 007 back then, probably.
No, it wasn't 007 back then. It was 007 back then, but he wasn't a part of the 007 team. He was a part of this other entity, but I'm not gonna talk about it because that name is part of his dead legacy, and so we don't use that name anymore.
Got it.
But the company is still around.
It's around. It's around.
Yeah.
So okay, so like clearly we're not gonna, you know, do too much with the dead. You know, rest in peace.
Yeah, we're gonna let him rest. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go into this new monster. So in the scene, Kelly, like, would you explain to me your presence in ballroom?
Well, so my presence in ballroom, and shouts out to my sister MC Deborah. My presence in ballroom. Our sister. She hates for me to say this about myself, but my presence in ballroom when I first came in ballroom, I was a break. I was a knot, as they call it.
You are not. Kelly, get the fuck out, not you.
Yeah.
This is getting good. Go ahead.
And so, you know, I never knew what direction I was going in ballroom. I used to be at the middle of a ball or the middle of a club, and bitch, the category would be over. I'd all snatch the wig off, threw it in my Reebok book bag, honey, and went on about my business, honey. I was late, this thing, girl. I really, you know, I was eating the category and turning the category, but it was like, bitch, let me get this fucking itchy ass wig off and untie this shirt out the back. Because you know, back in the days, you used to tie the shirt in the back with the knot.
Yeah, for fish, to make it fish, because they cut the rib off.
And so I was a real late break, honey, until I found myself.
When I tell you, shocked.
Me too.
If I was to ask like somebody else about like your come up, would they tell me a different story, or does it all align?
Oh no! If you ask anybody, bitch, if you ask them, they'll tell you right now. I'm still a brick, and I'm an icon.
But you're not gonna turn my show. I'm still a brick. I'm my icon. So wait, okay.
Get this live, y'all. Get your girls over here, bitch. We about to turn Instagram the fuck out.
So wait, all right. So like, in your opinion, when did you become the girl? Like, when did you become the girl? How did you become the girl?
So I tell all my daughters right now, don't let it take you 8 years into your ballroom career to find your woman. It took me 8 years to find my woman. And sometimes, and I'm being honest, bitch, I've been out 28 years. Sometimes I'm still looking for her, bitch. So
yeah,
but
I still find my I feel with that.
Yeah, but don't let it. It took me a long time to find my stride and to find out exactly who I wanted to be in ballroom and what legacy I was going to leave behind. It took a while.
Before we go down that road, if you was to look over it, what are you most proud of?
In my whole 28 years, My most proudest moment, and I was just watching it. Shout out to Maurice Boyages. I hope I said it right. You know, I always fuck it up.
Oh yeah, my
I
ball
I
voices.
yeah, I just watched it. My proudest moment, I would have to say, was the 2008 Awards Ball. I never watched the clip. I never watched the clip until tonight, right before I came over here, when I came out as Mother Mizrahi. And why I say that's my proudest moment, because when I joined the House of Mizrahi, I told the drags and the femme queens that I was going to be mother of the House of Mizrahi one day, and they told me over their dead body.
So you've always had an issue with girls that are feminine presenting with girl names. You have a history.
Yeah.
When you
But
see like,
shouts out to all my sisters. I love y'all down, but over y'all dead body. Y'all was dead and gone.
now,
Y'all was dead and gone, and I definitely did become mother.
yeah.
And so while I was watching the clip today with Maurice and everybody on Donna's panel, I never realized those bitches came back to get me. Yes, I did become mother, but in that clip, my heel gave out and I fell on the floor. Those bitches said, yeah, over our dead body, bitch, but we bringing your ass down to the ground with us as you come out as mother. And I fell that night.
And you follow this, and the clip exists.
Yeah, Maurice got the clip. He's gonna cut it. He's gonna cut it up, and he's gonna edit. He's gonna cut it up, and he's gonna edit it, and it'll be on his YouTube channel really soon.
Okay, I'm so fucking weak. I'm so fucking weak. It would be you, but you know that's how it works. All right, so like that was your biggest moment. So like coming in, I'm always fascinated. Everybody I talk to on here, it's because they fascinate me in like some way, some shape. I mean, it's like it's all of my. Oh look, there she goes. It's all of my world of people. You know, it's ballroom work and all this, but you have such a presence. I think that is so fair and recognized in ballroom. Are you aware of the way that your presence can affect a ball, or are you completely unaware?
So back in the days, I didn't how I can affect the energy and the flow of the ball, but now I understand that, and so I know better, so I can do better. So I, instead of reacting a lot of times, I just remove myself from the situation.
But you don't remove yourself from the floor.
I remove myself from the situation.
No, at the floor.
I remove myself from the situation.
But not the floor.
The situation.
So we agree to disagree.
Yeah.
So my point is that you're someone who can walk into this space of competition where you have people all different houses. And regardless of who's hosting it, regardless of who's throwing the ball, people will always make space for you to come into the actual competition space and be a public figure of reaction. Are you aware of how that might affect a ball? And do you do that intentionally?
That's not my problem.
No. I
well,
didn't
listen,
ask
hold on. So listen. That I can't exude or put out what's gonna happen when, you know, it's just like y'all girl, the Beehive. Like when B come in the building, you got little Beyonce or the Beehive, and then you know you got big Beyonce. I can't help it when I walk in the building that, you know, the room and the energy shifts. That's the same thing like when Beyonce walks in the building. The energy change.
Yeah. So what I asked you was, are you aware?
I am aware, but I can't help it.
Hold on.
I'm aware.
Do you do it?
I can't help it. My presence.
So then you would agree, like Beyonce, you do it intentionally. Beyonce intentionally walks from the back of the stage to the front of the stage because that's what we're all waiting for. Do you intentionally inject yourself into the competition space because you are trying to affect the function.
My good Jewish lawyer said for me to plead the fifth.
And another thing my lawyers wanted me to say. Listen, Jackie Washington. Listen, Jackie Washington.
Y'all share this live. Get the girls up in here. We about to get crazy.
So wait, as you've been in ballroom and as you've seen it change, how much of an influence have you seen your presence have?
Well, I don't think my influence has a lot of presence. Shouts out to the Barmains. Shouts out to the house of Miyake Muglia. Shouts out to the house of Juicy. I don't think my presence has much of an impact.
Any reason you only shared those 3 houses?
They know why.
Oh, can you tell us? Can you tell
me? Let me finish. If you let me finish and stop cutting off. I think Cashmere is coming out because Cashmere cut me off a lot in DC. Okay. Sure. And I said those 3 houses because if I really had an impact and a real presence like that, the girls wanted to have nightmare stories, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
I just wish we wouldn't leave anything. I would love to tie up a lot of this, but I guess we'll never. Maybe the Muglias or somebody. If we talk to somebody else down the line and the Juicies and all of them. So you're basically saying that these are.
Well, I said maybe if I really had an impact and my voice was really a voice for the people and the people listening, all of the girls wanted to have their nightmare stories from that show.
Oh, the show Legendary.
Oh, I didn't say that. I did not say that.
No, I said it. I said it. I said Legendary. You're not gonna dance this little toss of fish, bitch. I eat a fish I got my lawyer. My lawyer is watching the live. Bitch, I got him more speed down. If anything go crazy, he gonna text me, honey. We don't have any. I don't have any lawyers, but this isn't a messy show.
Listen. You never know. When it may get messy. Mistake, girl. If y'all see the line, if y'all see the caution line come across the thing, bitch, that's because my lawyer hit me up.
This is not a messy show. This is a conversation between 2 friends. So what I was basically.
Hey, precious.
So going back into that, so you don't feel like you have a presence. Got it. What drains you about ballroom now?
Oh,
everything.
Everything about listen. In the era that we came out, ballroom was fun.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Ballroom was fun, and ballroom overseas remind me of what I used to come out to back in the day.
Europe reminds you of the 90s and all of that.
It reminds me of back in the days when it was just about the talent and the creativity and thing. That's what I mean about it. Okay. When we would come out, it wasn't about the money. It was about coming out, and if you didn't walk, you were there to socialize with your girlfriends that you didn't see in a long time. It was about the talent, and the talent spoke for itself, and not all the hoorah that they have going on in ballroom now. And the girls, and another thing, and the girls wasn't pressed about winning back in the days. The girls from my era and your era and the era before, these new girls went into balls anticipating on making a moment and having a memory.
Yeah,
and you had the cash and you won the cash, it added to it. We're not really making moments and memories nowadays.
So like you compare ballroom as we know it to Europe, and the idea that Europe reminds you of.
I'm talking about when I say the creativity.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about the talent though. I wanted to go into that and just the politics now that are in ballroom. do you think that the expansion of it has affected it, or do you think the people that are a part of it have affected it?
The people that it's the people that's a part of it. And so since we're here and we have this great new platform.
I love you. Thanks to the Keys to Success, and shout out to the icon.
And I love the name of the show, The Keys to Success.
Yeah. Thank you.
So hopefully, since we're on the success, hopefully that the new generation and the generation that is here will actually stop thinking that I'm the enemy and I'm against them and I'm trying to give them the keys to success.
But that was the whole point of me having you. I wanted to actually have a talk with you in a way that I think that we always talk. Like, everybody gets our like key and all of the energy and all of that. But outside of that, we actually do have some like really insightful, thoughtful conversations. That's why I knew you'd be like an amazing person to talk to here. But you can't really give girls too much if they're not going to take it. But you can share your part. And I think that you're going to share a whole different side that people would see. But go back into your idea of the kittens and what they
need to remember. See what the icons and the legends in ballroom have been doing over the years by saturating us with so many new legends and so many new icons that have voices. What they didn't realize is by deeming all of these people, you made them the majority and made them the power. But until the girls in ballroom actually know that they are the majority and they are the power to sit the other girls, not get them out the way, but sit them down, they will never know the power that they hold.
Do you mean ballroom when they go into like entertainment and creative spaces?
I'm just talking about I'm talking about period. I'm just talking about period. Just period. When it comes to ballroom as a whole, and trying ballroom to go in a whole new different direction and go back and fix things that has already been done and everything. This new generation is the population. Y'all are the numbers, but they continue to let the old girls continue to run the show. They don't run the show anymore. Yes, they started the show, but they're not the numbers anymore. Y'all the numbers.
With the status that you've hold and acquired, when it's fun to, I think we all get on different things and we all talk about, you know, what happened at the ball. But a lot of times you never really see anybody actually speaking up in real time when we're at the ball, when there's on the panel, when the commentators are there. Do you feel like you use your voice enough to support the feelings that you have with the youth?
I do. But why keep speaking? Why keep taking the horse or the cow to the water and they're not drinking it?
Well, if you're hanging with a bunch of cows that aren't drinking, is the issue not the girls but the cows?
The issue is the girls. The issue is the cows, baby. Because and I say this all the time, and I'm glad we're on a platform that's gonna still be up and you could go back and watch it. The girls' houses and the houses that these girls are a part of, and the entities that come in to our circle will always make the voice out to be the bad person. But like I said in the beginning, when we talked about this, after y'all have your horror stories, y'all come back and y'all say, oh my God, Kelly, you were right. Y'all should have listened when I was telling y'all.
Mm-hmm.
It took, see, my thing is, I've been through a lot and I've seen a lot and I've done a lot. So I'd rather help people so they don't have to fall. But a lot of people, you have to let them fall so they can see that the shit actually really stinks when they face get in it.
Would you agree that your history in helping and getting involved has not been always conducive to uplifting a person? So a person might be a little inclined to be like, oh, Kelly wants to help for real. Like,
So if we're going into that narrative of the story, that was pre-prison Kelly 7 years ago. When I went to prison. This Kelly has not gave you that same narrative.
I mean,
example, we're having a conversation.
Oh yeah, I said, oh, you want an example for me? Yeah, the text you sent Cash when he was on the panel. Like what would have inspired you to
the same texts and the same calls and emails that's been going out for the last 20 years.
Yeah, we'll talk to them in 2 years. I'm talking to you.
Yeah, but we're going to bring up the narrative. Listen, let's talk about it. Let's be real. Since we're gonna sit here,
you keep telling me let's talk about it. I'm sitting right here like.
And I'm talking about it. Why? And I want everybody in Ballroom, because I know a lot of y'all don't watch my show, so I'm glad that y'all here over on Ricky's show. Why do y'all think, out of all the sanctions that was given out in Ballroom to people over the years for different things that happened, why didn't the Ballroom Council sanction Kelly? And Kelly sanctioned herself.
You gonna tell us? I don't know.
Y'all know. I don't have to tell y'all. Y'all know the answer.
So you gotta stop saying y'all. You're only talking to me.
No, I'm talking to you and I'm talking to everybody else that's watching us. We're live, baby. This is not being pre-recorded.
Yeah. So this is how this goes.
We're live.
You're talking to
live.
me.
Yeah, I'm talking to you. Talking to you. But the people in the comments are commenting, baby.
So, and I get that. I want you to be an example. I want you to I just want to. You just said that Kelly post prison after.
Hold on, so listen. So the reason why Ballroom couldn't sanction me because I'm getting my house done over right now. So my house is in disarray right now. The reason why Ballroom couldn't sanction me because hold on. The reason Ballroom couldn't sanction me because if y'all see right there on my couch, I took it off the wall because I'm getting my house done over. Because if I open up that motherfucking computer, bitch, it has every bitch that could sanction me motherfucking secrets in it.
I'm sure. Honestly, I know that you are a gatekeeper of secrets, like a gatekeeper of secrets. However, publicly, you decided to own up to a wrong that you did that affected a competitor's moment. And then you apologize. I mean, the apology we'll talk about. But in the grand scheme of things, if you're literally saying that you're a different person since you got it, just was less than a year ago. So
we all make mistakes. We all make mistakes.
A mistake would have been airdropping.
We all make mistakes.
Okay.
And we as an adults should accept our mistakes and own up to our wrongs.
But
apologize a sincere, a genuine apology.
Okay.
And move on from this
situation. No.
Because one thing.
I'm gonna tell you right now that's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. I'm gonna tell you why it's bullshit. Because I was at OTA. I was at OTA the night that you gave that half-ass apology. You damn near said motherfucking 8 times. I'd be damned if somebody didn't have to probably whisper the child name in your ear who you were even talking about. You had no idea. You only apologized because of everyone and how Ballroom has changed. And granted, we all know that girls do that, but you only apologize because the girls swarmed you down. And I promise you, Kelly, when I sat there and I watched you give that apology, I said, "Bitch, you gotta be fucking on." Kelly does not mean it's about you could have apologized to the child if you really, really meant it. But you even to this moment still won't even say what you did it for. I mean, we all know what you did it for, to manipulate like the panel or the vote. What I'm saying is, why did you do it?
You're very long-winded, baby.
I might be.
And if you're having a conversation with me, you got to land the plane. So let me tell you something. If anybody know anything about me, my right hand to God, I don't know if y'all can see it's my right hand. 19 motherfucking years, 2 days ago. And anything that means anything to me passed away 19 years ago, Barbara Dolores Hunter.
I'm sorry.
But I genuinely apologize to Kendu, okay? Bitch, I genuinely meant it. I don't give a fuck about any of these fucking faggots in the ballroom over my motherfucking 20-year career, bitch. And I have never once apologized for any fucking thing that I did.
So that's what I'm saying.
When I apologize to someone, I genuinely mean that. No one in my camp, outside of my camp, could ever make me do something that I don't want to fucking do.
Yeah, I don't think anybody made you do it.
No,
I don't think anybody.
I'm a grown motherfucking adult, okay? And why I didn't say his name that night, because if anybody knows anything about me that's been following me, bitch, okay, I botch up everybody's motherfucking name because I don't know how to pronounce motherfucking shit correctly. So instead of botching his fucking name and making it look like bullshit to y'all, I said Mother Mugler, okay? So let's continue on.
No, I hear you. I just as I've gotten older, a huge part of an apology is the accountability of what a person did. And I just know that while you apologize,
I did the same.
No, hold on,
because we're gonna get to the next
I was
thing.
talking,
I did
Kelly.
I did the same thing that everybody else been doing in ballroom. You get out. It's just like watching Big Brother. You get out the motherfucking strongest motherfucking competitor so the weakest motherfucking person can win, and you still ultimately motherfucking win. Let's get to
and that's fair.
It's been happening in ballroom.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I just know throughout that whole scandal, no one ever asked you why you did it. I just want to see if you would say
no
why.
No one never asked me anything, bitch, because they know not to ask me, bitch. No one's of substance or standing made a motherfucking post because they stayed in their kids' ears, having their kids make the motherfucking post because they couldn't do it themselves. Because I would have opened up that eye back and aired their asses out.
So as you see, I'm a different type of bitch. Like, I'm a different type of girl. I love that I can ask you this stuff. And of course, like, we all know that it's like, it's gone on for a very long time. I think ballroom has gotten extremely political and extremely commercial. I even say now that, like, a lot of my girlfriends that were like my girlfriends, I'm not from New York, I've been here now.
So I see your question. So, right, I was having a house meeting before, and the kids was crying and, boo-hooing because, people wasn't standing up for them. I didn't listen. I'm a real bitch, okay? I was lit, okay, bitch, at the ball. I didn't know that the gorgeous Gucci had already got motherfucking sent out. This thing, bitch, got sent to his mother back to the bathroom to go cry, bitch. And I probably turned around when he got sat and probably was hitting a bump and didn't know he got sat and I thought he was still in the battle for the 1,500 or the 1,000. So that's why the message was sent, okay, bitch? That's the shit.
Thank you for showing up to the show, Kelly. We're so happy you're here.
Bitch, I always been here. Okay? But that was for you, Naja, because I seen your question.
Well, Naja's in the comments. She's going off in the comments. I think a lot of people were excited to hear from like your perspective and stuff. So like when we used to Vogue, it's funny because like while we're all the way down here on this side, what did it used to be when the girls used to always say that it was a Mizrahi setup? Where did that come from? Because the girls also, whenever it was like a thing, but because Jack was on the mic, it always used to be, oh, it was a Mizrahi setup. Where did that come from? Now that we know you send text.
I don't know where that really, and I was in the midst of a lot of things, but that came from
Kelly, you was in the No, not
Listen,
you in the middle.
that came from other houses because either Mizrahi was final battle or Mizrahi was grand prize. So they always felt like it was a Mizrahi setup because my mother and my sister both were the commentators at balls, and they were both in the entity of Mizrahi.
Do you from your perspective, do you think that the girls in the scene really like didn't see Mizrahi girls?
No, they didn't.
They didn't. You thought that it was like
They didn't.
like a
They didn't.
summer house,
So
the
we're
Matrix.
not. So we're gonna. So I did tell you you can ask whatever you want, but we're not going to stick on measure that entity a lot. But when it
No,
comes
no,
to
we don't stick.
when it comes to that, Mizrahi was always considered to be the underdog house or shelter house because we allowed and we took in people that could not get access to other houses.
The other houses.
So they would come to Mizrahi and we would let them in because we were, Mizrahi was a well shelter, that let people in and nurtured their talent. And then after they nurtured their talent, they would then leave Mizrahi and
go
then
on
get up by other houses that rejected them in the beginning.
Yeah. So like when people would say Mizrahi setup, do you think that they were more so leaning to Jack's influence on the mic, or there being some kind of a pay the judges off, or like
they were more leaning to Selvin and not Jack.
Selvin and not Jack? Explain that.
Because if you ever notice a lot of balls, Jack never picked the battles. It was always MC Deborah or one of the other commentators that picked the battles. So that's why.
Well, that could possibly be true. I probably would not be able to stay only because as a competitor, I'm in the floor. You know what I mean? These times that I would be voguing, I'm like in the floor. So Jack,
all y'all gotta do is go. All y'all gotta do is go back and look at clips. Miss Thang Girl, it's still happening.
but
It's still happening. Listen, shit don't motherfucking change, bitch. Just the dress code changes, Miss Thang bitch. It's still happening in the ballroom right now, Miss Thang bitch. Where the girls pick and choose who they want to battle, Miss Thang Girl, bitch. It happens in ballroom. It happens with so many different people. It's so many different promoters and so many different people that comes out and pick who they want to battle this person and battle that person to get this person out, to get that person out, bitch. So ultimately their house can make it to the top 3, Miss Thang bitch, hopefully to win. And then they gag at the end, Miss Thang bitch, because y'all done did all this motherfucking work and your house still don't motherfucking
But
win.
I think to Selvin's credit, if that would be your honest point, one of the main things that creates the excitement of a ball is a commentator knowing that when this girl and that girl are walking, I don't want to see this girl battle her after she's got rid of 4 or 5 girls that are not good to the trophy. If this girl and that girl are top girls, let's get to.
And that also leads to a point that I made in one of my house meetings recently. Okay, we have kids in the ballroom, okay, and in our house that are their categories. Yes, they are their category, but you are not your category for 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, or 10,000.
You're not grand prize.
Okay, you are your category, but you are not your category for that amount of money. Only send out the girls that is worthy, that you know are going to be final battle or grand prize. Stop just sending out every motherfucking Tom, Dick, and Harry in your house because they can walk that category.
Sure.
So that's why
Do
So
y'all do, do y'all do,
that's why for the 10K,
do y'all
shameless
do that
plug,
though?
shameless plug. But that's fine for the 10K for the icon Fred Delcour's ball. We had 5 members walking. Now we only have 2.
Gotcha. How personal was the split for you between Ms. Rahi and Gorgeous Gucci?
It was what it was.
Yeah, my question.
I love and adore Andre Christian, Clark. I love and adore George Jackson, but that's what it is. The entity outside of ballroom.
I asked because it's like, you know, in similarity, we have that. You know, my whole ballroom history was Allure, you know, and then when we had the big break, all of a sudden we got
It was
Entity.
devastating to have to go through it. Okay. And it was also devastating that everything that happened when it did happen, that it had to happen. And it ultimately led to the birth of Gorgeous Gucci, because kids was leaving and going to other entities, and we didn't want to see our hard work that we have put in over the years
go to way.
being spread around to other houses.
Yeah.
So we birthed a new family.
Mm-hmm. Did you have to accept more responsibility going into Gorgeous Gucci than you had in Miss Right?
It's the same responsibility, just a different. It's the same responsibility, just a different title, and and more structure.
You guys have more structure now, you feel, than you had
Yes, definitely.
previously. Yeah.
Definitely.
So like going back to what you said, like how lost ballroom is. When did you think, in your opinion, when did we lose it? When did it change?
When I was in prison.
What years were you in prison?
I think that was 2003, 2004. The first $5,000. Shout out to my to the icon Jasmine Couture. The first 5,000.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's when ballroom started wavering,
What do you
because ballroom became more about the money than the talent.
Mm. I honestly just have to agree with you. I don't know if I could pinpoint it though to Jasmine's. I will say that in what you do say, Jasmine is the first person that elevated the monetary expectations of the balls.
Yeah,
For
you
years,
got
all we had was the 1,000.
Ricky. So Ricky, so let me take y'all back. Since we're sitting here and we're having a real discussion. When I came out, it took me 7 months to save up allowance to go to a ball. I was still $5 short. And I think in 97 at I forgot the place, in 18th Street for the Revlon ball. Tables was $75 and $100 when I came to ball.
And see the 12.
The largest grand prize in balls was $500. The first time ever that $1,000 grand prize was given out was for Femme Queen performance at the YWCA at the New York City Awards Bowl, given out by Jack and Andre, and it was in all red. And Deja and Tamara was the last battle.
Deja came off the balcony. I remember that.
Deja came off the balcony. Tamara vogued down, fresh off the table from just getting her motherfucking implants. Ballroom we're at $50 and $60, $2,000 tables, $5,000 and $10,000 grand prizes. Ballroom has came and went a long way from where it went from being an extracurricular activity to being financial gain.
100%. 100%. Matter okay. What I would say is how 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 do you expect ballroom to change without money? And do you think that there was a way that it could have elevated without it? Because I have a deeper questions, but we're coming up on our commercial soon, so I don't want to
It
dive
could
into
have
that.
it could have elevated. It could have elevated, but not as large as it has elevated. Okay, we could have had money added to categories and not as such. We jumped from 2,000 to 5,000 to 8,000 to 10,000, and it just jumped so fast
The
that
talent
now,
is, to me, the talent didn't jump with it.
and the talent didn't jump with it, and then now we have the girls. Oh, I'm not coming out for that.
There's a lot, and I was a part of the $100 to I tell a classic story, bitch, about Miss Jason and Miss Chipper when they used to put dollar signs on their flyers, and you knew what dollar signs meant. Exactly.
Dollar signs. So for all you girls that's young and don't know what dollar signs mean, okay? Dollar signs for our era meant that you were getting your entry back from the ball.
She gave
back
me
at the end of the night.
They gave me 6 $5 bills, and I had to battle both of them at the twist. Another story. What I said
that meant that you had talent down. You ate all of those bitches up that was in the building, and you got your $25 back at the end of the motherfucking night.
And that is exactly what the fuck happened. I promise you that's what happened. It's the funniest story. But I say that to say that I've been around competing since then. And like you said, we tore each other neck and bone for that. And as I've watched money go into the scene, I've always wondered, I kind of always felt like it steers the really talented girls away because we're wondering, what could I possibly do that's $1,000 worth, $4,000 worth, $5,000 worth? And while it doesn't take away from the productions and the ideas that we've received.
Please, Ricky, stop saying productions. These girls don't do productions.
Hold on.
These things that these girls are doing are Broadway musicals and intros. These are not productions. And we're going to get Ballroom back to where Ballroom was at. When we say production, a production, you came out and you set up for 5 to 7 minutes. You had your props. Everybody in your production knew the words. And it wasn't bubblegum, 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 because a bitch ain't know the motherfucking words, okay? These are musical. These are not productions.
So, wow, we just got Kelly's idea of what Ballroom Productions are. We're taking a commercial break. We'll be back in 2 and 2. We're going to find out how Kelly thinks, or what Kelly thinks about Pose's impact, Legendary's impact, and we'll go with Ballroom. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
I got to call my lawyer.
Be right back. Make sure y'all log back into 2 minutes.
I got to call my lawyer.